So in this video today, guys, I'm going to be showcasing you my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck on this Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions playmat. My deck's not the most competitive build, but it's got some of the main cards that you're going to see. It's a mixture of a Blue Eyes package with a Danger package as well, and then also one or two extra cards. So let's get on into it. So obviously, first off, we're going to run 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. It's pretty standard. It's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Then we're going to run 3 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragons. So basically you reveal the Blue Eyes in your hand. You can special summon Blue Eyes Alternative to your field. And then once per turn you can destroy one card your opponent controls, but then obviously he can't attack on your next turn. Or I should say that turn. And Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is also good for obviously the rank 8 Xyz plays. So any of your rank 8 Xyz monsters in your extra deck, you can use him and Blue Eyes and a lot of these other cards that are in this deck for those. Then we're going to run 3 White Stone of Ancients. So as I'm sure you may know, when White Stone of Ancients is sent to your graveyard, at the end of your turn you can add a Blue Eyes monster to your hand. And then you can also banish it and return a Blue Eyes from your graveyard back to your hand. And then we're going to run 3 Sage Thighs of Blue. So basically if you have an effect monster on the field, you can just send that card to the graveyard and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. And then when this card's normal summoned, you can also add a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. So that would include the White Stone of Ancients, and then also another card that I'm going to show you coming up here pretty soon. It's a tuner, just like the White Stone of Ancients. So you can use that for your synchro monsters in your extra deck. And then to deal with spells and traps, you got Dragon Spirit of White, so when he's special summoned, banish it I should say. And then you can tribute it and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand if you want, so it's just another good card to have. And then we're going to run 2 of the White Stone of Legends, so whenever it's sent to the graveyard you can add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So it's just another quick and easy way to get Blue Eyes out of your deck, into your hand, and onto the field as quick as possible. And then I also do run some fusions in my extra deck, so we got to use Keeper of Dragon Magic. So you can discard a card from your hand to add polymerization from your deck to your hand. So that's basically the main reason why I run it. I don't have any rank 4 monsters in my extra deck, so he's just here to get polymerization to my hand as quickly as possible. And then for the one-ofs, we're going to run Galactic Spiral Dragon. So when he's in your hand or graveyard, and you have 2 or more light or dark monsters on your field, you can special summon them in defense, and you can make all your monsters on the field become level 8. So that's perfect because we run like 4 or 5, I think, rank 8 monsters. So it's a great way. You can even turn like the level 1 Sage with the Eyes of Blue, you can turn that into a level 8 and use it as a Xyz play. And then the last one of for the kind of Blue Eyes sort of package is Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So you know, you can banish 3 light or dark monsters in your graveyard, and then it's got the different effects based on what you choose, what attribute you choose to banish. So since we're doing Blue Eyes, it's mostly going to be light monsters, so by banishing the 3 light monsters, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense. So that's good if you want to just get another Blue Eyes on the field. And you could either do like the alternative dragon, or you could do Dragon Spirit of White and then destroy a spell or trap on your opponent's side of the field. So it's got good use. It's a level 8, so again you can use it for Xyz plays. And then for draw power, we run a small danger package. So Triple Danger Thunderbird is what we run for one of our dangers. So you just reveal it in your hand, and your opponent will choose a random card. And if they don't discard or choose the Thunderbird, you can special summon it, and then you can draw a card. And if your opponent does choose it, you can just target one set card they control and destroy it. So it's got practicality besides just using it for draw power. You can destroy something that your opponent has set on the field. And then the other danger monster that we run is Triple of Danger Bigfoot. So again, kind of the same thing. You reveal it to your opponent. They choose a random card in your hand, and if they don't choose the Bigfoot, you can special summon it, draw a card, and if they do, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. So the reason why I run just these two is because they're both level 8s. So again, for the Exceeds plays, it's pretty nice. Alright, so that's it for the monsters, and then going on to the spells here. So for draw power, we're going to use 3 of Trade-In because we run a lot of level 8s. So you discard a level 8 monster, you can draw 2 cards. Then we run 3 of Return of the Dragon Lords, so you can target a level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And if it were ever to be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead. So it's a really good, it's like Monster Reborn, but with, you know, a built-in protection clause with it. Let me run 2 of the Melody of Awakening Dragon. So this is just another quick way to get Blue Eyes into your hand, so you can discard 1 card from your hand to add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand, which is exactly what Blue Eyes White Dragon is, basically, and all the other cards that basically say they are Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then I have the 2 polymerizations like I mentioned earlier, so that's pretty self-explanatory for the fusions. Then we run 2 Twin Twisters to help get rid of your opponent's back row. So just discard a card, you can destroy 2 of their spells and traps. So this is good to use like if you have White Stone of Ancients or the White Stone of Legend, because then if you send either one of those to the graveyard, you can just add a Blue Eyes monster from your deck to your hand. Then we run 1 Raigeki for just monster destruction, destroys all monsters your opponent has on the field. 1 Upstart Goblin for the extra card. Silver's Cry for a quick spell Monster Reborn, so you can target a dragon type normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So it's just a quick way to get Blue Eyes back on your field. Let me run 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial. So again, you could send either stone, White Stone of Legend or the White Stone of Ancients, get Blue Eyes to your hand easily. And then also Dragon Shrine, which is basically another Foolish Burial, but this is cool because it lets you send 1 dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if that monster is a normal type, you can send an additional 1. So between these 2 cards, you can send up to 3 different cards to your graveyard. So if you want to just send, say, like a Blue Eyes with Dragon Shrine, you could send a stone and then add a Blue Eyes from your deck to your hand. And then what you could do is that Blue Eyes that you sent to the graveyard, if you sent the White Stone of Ancients, you can use its effect, banish the White Stone of Ancients from your graveyard, add the Blue Eyes back to your hand. So, and then you could just go off from there. So like if you had alternative White Dragon, all you'd have to do is reveal the Blue Eyes that you just took back from the graveyard into your hand, and then special summon your alternative, and then just keep going from there. And then for the traps, we run 2 of Crackdown. So basically it's like a permanent change of heart. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of that monster, and while you control it, it can't attack or use its effects, but your opponent can't use it either. So you can use that monster for a tribute. You could use it for synchro and exceeds, a link. You could link off with it too. That's probably the most common thing to do. And then we also run 2 of Solemn Strike, so you just pay 1500 life points or effect or a monster effect, and then destroy that card. And then the last trap that we use is Evenly Matched, so at the end of the battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent banish cards from their field face down, so they control the same number of cards you do. So, and if you don't control any cards, you can activate this card from your hand. So it's a great way to kind of clear the board if you're struggling, and if your opponent just has like a massive field. It's a good way to clear it out. Alright, and then going on to the extra deck here. So for the fusions, we have Burst of the Dragons, Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, 5-headed Dragon, and 2 of the Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. So, Burst of the Dragons is nice. It takes 2 normal monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by battle, and except with a normal monster, and it's unaffected by other monster effects. So it's good built-in protection. It's 2700 attack monster, so it's pretty strong. Pretty simple. Good card to have when you're running a Blue Eyes deck. And then Blue Eyes Twin Burst. Can't be destroyed by battle, and it can make 2 attacks on a monster during each battle phase. And if it attacks an opponent's monster, but the monster is not destroyed by battle, you can banish it. So that's a good effect to have. 5-headed Dragon is just a really strong monster to have in your extra deck. It's 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense, and it can't be destroyed by battle with a dark earth, water, fire, or wind monster. So really the only way to destroy it by battle would be with a light creature. So, and Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon is an awesome card, because if you fuse it with a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, then you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls and destroy them. But if you just use like 3 regular Blue Eyes, then you can, once per turn, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. So if you happen to get the Alternative Dragon as one of the fusion materials, you can pop 3 of your opponent's cards, which is just, that's insane. And then for the synchros, so we run 2 of the Azure Eyes Silver Dragons. So this I just have in here to act as like a monster reborn to get Blue Eyes back from my graveyard to my field every turn. Like once per turn you can select a Blue Eyes, or I'm sorry, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, yeah, and special summon it. So a Blue Eyes basically. And then what's a good play to do with him is your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. So Spirit Dragon is cool because neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time, and once per turn when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, you can negate it, and at the end of during either player's turn you can tribute him off to special summon a Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position. So say you have him on the field and it's the end of your turn, or it's like the end of your opponent's turn, what you could do then is tribute him off, special summon Azure Eyes in defense mode. Then, because of Azure Eyes, its second effect, it says that it cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of next turn when it's special summoned. So when you tribute him to special summon him, his effect will activate, and it'll block out the destruction effect of Spirit. So that's pretty nice. And then moving on to the Xyz monsters, so we run 2 of the Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. So it takes 2 level 8 monsters, And once per turn, you can detach a material from him to tribute any number of monsters from your hand and your side of the field to then destroy the same number of cards on the field. So basically, if you send one card from your hand to the graveyard, you can destroy one card on the field. So it's just a good way to destroy some stuff. Galaxy Eye's full armor Photon Dragon acts the same way basically, only he takes 3 level 8s to make him, but he's 4,000 attack, 3,500 defense. So again, yeah, you can detach an Xyz material from him, target one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. So that's pretty nice. Then I have also number 62, Galaxy Eye's Prime Photon Dragon. He's in here just because he's another 4,000 attack monster. Takes 2 level 8s to make him. It's pretty easy. The only downside though is any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is half. So say you destroy a monster, normally it would do 2,000 points of damage, it's only going to do 1,000, so that's kind of a downside. And then we run number 22, Zombie Stein. It takes 2 level 8 dark monsters, which we do have in our deck. We have a couple of them with the Danger Monsters and Keeper of Dragon Magic. And then also the Galaxy, or the Galactic Spiral Dragon is also a dark monster. So we have a couple of options we can use to make him. And what's great about him is once per turn, during either player's turn, you detach material and send one card from your hand to the graveyard. And you can target one face-up card your opponent controls. Change this card to defense position. If you do, that face-up card has its effects negated till the end of this turn. So it's like a Solemn Strike, basically helps negate your opponent's monster effects. It's a 4,500 attack monster, so very strong. And because you can send cards from your hand to the graveyard, it plays well with your Blue Eyes cards like the White Stone of Ancients, the White Stone of Legend, and even sending like your Dragon Spirit of White to the graveyard so that you can later special summon it back and destroy like a spell or trap your opponent has on the field. Then we run number 97, Dragluvion. The only reason I run him is because he cannot target this. You can't target him with card effects, and he's a 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense monster, and it only takes 2 level 8s to make him. And then the last monster in our extra deck is Saryuja Skulldread, our Link monster, which we use basically just to help us draw cards. So basically that's about it. You want to link off like 4 monsters, I believe it is. Yeah, you link off 4, you can draw 4 cards, and place 3 cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order. So, and he's a 2,800 attack, so not too bad. Alright, so that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one.